Welcome back to another video. So you guys won't believe what Rutendo from Zimbabwe said on the annual podcast. He said something which is very arguable and it is true, but I feel like some of his things that he's saying, he's actually exaggerating. South Africa, we are not the poorest in Africa. There are far, poorest African black Africans. Africa. I agree that South Africa is poor, but not as worst. Continue, please do me a favor, do not forget to subscribe, please. So guys, what Rutendo says in this video is always being said by Julius Malema, complaining about the economy, the land, the fact that black South Africans are owning nothing. That is true, guys. Black South Africans are owning nothing, but we are not really living under the most inhumane conditions in Africa as a whole. Before continue, watch this video.
South Africa is the richest country in Africa for whites, who, when you look at 7 million whites controlling 93% of the South African economy, their income per capita is over $56,000 every year. That's American level, US level. But the black South Africans, who constitute 54 million people in South Africa, have to share 7% of the economy. And when you look at that income per capita per person, it's $550 a year. That means black South Africans have a lower income per capita than any other African country. So they're the poorest Africans, so to speak. That's destabilized already.
So guys, me personally, I agree that black South Africans are very poor, but the way that he's putting it as if, they are living under the most worst conditions in Africa than any other countries. Now let's read some of the comments, see what people said. If that's true, then I salute poor black South Africans to remain in their country, in their poverty. They never crossed border to any country illegally, never brought drugs to any country, nor faked anyone's ID and passport. They managed to do that even under apartheid. Yes. Wow. This comment is really, really powerful, guys. The fact that black South Africans are poor, but regardless of the conditions, even during the apartheid, they remain in SA. If they have to go on and excel in other countries, it doesn't mean that they are going there forever, unlike other countries here in Africa. Now, someone also said, we are poor and we are happy. Those who are rich, can they please be rich in their respective countries? We are happy with our poverty here in SA. By the way, there's a case against this guy. It seems like someone had to bring up something personal. We know that this guy has been facing a lot of charges back then in Zimbabwe and here in South Africa, so, but that's allegedly, guys. Nothing has been proven yet against him. So many criminal cases have been opened against this Rutendo guy. Now I'm just gonna read last comments and see what they say. All of this spoken by a Zimbabwean who fled his own country to take up full residence in South Africa. Please spare us. So I think I'm gonna stop reading comments from here, guys. Let me just say this, guys. South Africans are indeed very poor. Black South Africans, they are indeed very poor. But what I like about them is the fact that, regardless of the harsh conditions, they never fled. They never fled to any other country here in Africa or even abroad. Even if they go to other countries, especially in Europe, America, they still come back to their mother countries. That's how black South Africans are. And I'm saying this, guys, we are very poor, but we are not really living under the worst poverty conditions like other countries in Zimbabwe. Those other countries are living under worst conditions, even with so much poverty. But with democracy, we are a free country. Free speech is there. So many things. My point is, living in South Africa is not as worse as most African countries, guys. Now, thank you so much for watching, guys. Your thoughts on the comment section below. What you think, and do not forget to subscribe for more test updates.